Okay, so maybe you're thinking about the Auckland housing market. You're picturing yourself on a lifestyle block. Or maybe you're wondering if it's time to sell your place. Tough decisions, right?
Yeah, lots to think about.
Well, today we are diving into the latest Barfoot and Thompson market report. We're going to try to help you figure out what's really going on out there. Is it a buyer's market? Seller's market? Should you jump in now or wait it out?
And we'll be looking at all of this with a focus on Auckland, an area you've mentioned you're particularly interested in.
Exactly. We're going to break down the trends, give you the inside scoop, and hopefully leave you with a few things to ponder before you make your next move.
All right, sounds good. So first things first, let's look at this headline from the Barfoot and Thompson report. Confidence is back. Now we hear that a lot, but what does it actually mean in this case?
October saw a real surge in activity. More sales, higher prices, bouncing back from those winter lows.
Right, and it's not just a small bump. The median price jumped 2.2% from September, hitting $955,000. And even more interesting, I think, is the average price, which climbed 4.5% in a single month.
Wow, those are some serious numbers. So what's driving this sudden shift?
Well, it's a few things coming together. Mortgage interest rates are finally falling, giving buyers some much-needed breathing room. And we're also seeing inflation easing, which makes people feel a bit more secure about their finances,
So everyone can finally exhale.
Exactly. And there's also a sense that the economy is picking up steam, and that always leads to more confidence in the market.
Okay, so confidence is up. Prices are rising. Does that mean we're headed for another housing frenzy?
Not necessarily. One thing that caught my eye in the report was the number of new listings in October. A whopping 2,361. That's the highest we've seen in almost 3 years.
So more choices for buyers.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
It is good news for buyers because it means more options and potentially less pressure to pay top dollar. Remember, a limited supply drives prices up. So this influx of new listings could actually help keep things from getting out of hand.
Interesting. So more activity is good, but a sudden spike in supply could keep those prices in check.
Exactly. It creates a more balanced market, which is generally a healthier situation overall. But of course, it also means sellers need to be strategic.
Right. So what does all of this mean for someone like our listener who is specifically interested in Northwest Auckland?
That's where things get really interesting. Yeah, Northwest Auckland is a unique market, even within the larger Auckland context. And while the overall trends we've discussed definitely apply, there are some specific nuances to consider.
And that's why we're zeroing in on this area, right? Because that's where you, dear listener, are thinking of making your move.
Exactly. Now, you mentioned being interested in lifestyle blocks, which are quite popular in Northwest Auckland. These properties offer that real blend of rural living and space, often with enough land for hobbies or even small-scale farming.
It's that dream of escaping the city, right? Having some land, maybe a few chickens running around.
Precisely. But with Auckland expanding, areas which were once considered quite rural are becoming increasingly sought after.
Because they offer that lifestyle without being too far from the city.
Exactly. So you get the best of both worlds. Peace and quiet, but still close enough to access all the city amenities.
And what about the investment side of things? What does the Barfoot and Thompson report tell us about Northwest Auckland in terms of property values?
Well, the report doesn't specifically break down Northwest Auckland, but it does highlight that areas with lifestyle properties are seeing strong demand.
So for someone like our listener who's serious about exploring this area, what's the next step?
Well, connecting with a local expert is crucial. Someone who understands the nuances of the Northwest Auckland market and can provide tailored advice based on your specific goals and budget.
And that brings us to Darren Ryder. With Barfoot and Thompson, he specializes in lifestyle and residential properties in Northwest Auckland.
Right.
He's been working in this area for years and has a really deep understanding of the local market.
Yeah, connecting with someone like Darren can make all the difference, especially if you're new to the area or considering a specific type of property like a lifestyle block.
Okay, so let's recap. The Auckland housing market is showing signs of life again. Confidence is up, prices are rising, and there are plenty of options for buyers.
But it's not a one-size-fits-all situation. Different areas within Auckland are experiencing these trends in unique ways. And Northwest Auckland, with its lifestyle appeal and proximity to the city, is definitely worth a closer look.
So what are you waiting for? If you're serious about exploring the possibilities in Northwest Auckland, Darren Ryder is the person to talk to.
You can reach him directly at 021-307-014 or book a free appraisal on his website, www.darrenryder.com. He's ready to answer your questions, share his insights, and help you make your Northwest Auckland dream a reality.
Remember, the market is always shifting, so don't wait on the sidelines. Take that first step, reach out to Darren, and see what Northwest Auckland has to offer you. Who knows? Maybe you'll be enjoying a glass of wine on your own lifestyle block sooner than you think.